Hey traders, checking into the stock market today. So finally seeing the daily consolidation take place. Many sectors leading the way down. We'll see what are going to be healthy levels of consolidation and what will be red flags for the bulls. Let's check it all out. All right, so S&P 500 4-hour time frame. As I've been highlighting, the 4-hour EMA 12 has been a key level for us to be keeping an eye on, and we've now lost it. So that is notable. That's the first time that's happened on this bounce. So we headed into the morning with a pretty solid pullback in pre-market, and that had us looking for a morning bounce. And it's because we had a stair-step waterfall drop here where it was a lower high every single hourly candle for 8 hours into the open, and the fact that we were still in a 4-hour uptrend at that point in time. So we got the bounce, and then bears did what they had to do, which was confirm an hourly downtrend. We were scouting an hourly lower high as the most likely scenario due to the size of the initial pullback, and we ended with an inside bar day on the futures chart. But if we look at SPY, clearly breaking the higher low everyday pattern and seeing that daily consolidation. So now we've got a top of the bounce. It has been set. As far as I'm concerned, it's set on SPY with today's action. So we measure retracement sizes. What would be healthy? What would be a red flag? I'm using EMA 12 as my guide. Oftentimes you will find it aligns with the 382 retracement. So simple statement would be, if daily EMA 12 holds on a back test and forms a daily high or low, it will favor continuation. That's what bulls want to see. Just hold that daily EMA 12 or hold 436. If the bears follow through from here and we drop all the way down to 432 or beyond, that's a big pullback. That's a red flag for the bulls because that then creates space for the daily lower high to form next time we bounce. So the next few days are going to be very telling, and the hourly downtrend is going to be our guide. We're watching for first hourly oversold conditions, which may come into play tomorrow. If we bounce here, anything under 448.49 is just a lower high. So bulls would have to change the hourly trend back in their favor. Aggressive bulls are buying first hourly oversold conditions. Again, my style of trading, which I often many times do, would be to play an hourly oversold bounce, sell partial position into the hourly oversold bounce, stick my stop under that low. If I stop out, it's not our daily high or low. And I either have a break-even stop out or a tiny loss. If I don't stop out, it's possible I nailed the daily high or low. And I just did that with Ethereum. And I've been talking about that in the crypto video, so I'm not going to go into it. But it was the same thing. Looking for a daily high or low, hourly oversold, played the bounce, risk-free, ended up being a nice swing trade position because I never stopped out, and that was our daily high or low. So that's what we're going to be watching for individual names. That's part of the clues I'm looking for. How do bulls respond to hourly oversold conditions? Doesn't mean I'm going to trade every single hourly oversold condition. I'm going to be watching it and observing it, and it's going to give me information to help me determine probabilities of what to anticipate for the rest of March. Nasdaq. Same deal. Nasdaq bounce was more impressive, but along with that, it gave a really good short entry opportunity. So what do I mean by that? A lot of times people ask, do I want to short the weaker name or the stronger name? Do I want to long the weaker name as a laggard or long the stronger name that's already up? So it depends. Unfortunately, it's not a straight answer. But you look at this and SPY is clearly weaker than the Nasdaq on its bounce. But if I'm looking for a bearish entry, I've got nothing to play off of here. I have to zoom in and watch the 5-minute time frame and try and pinpoint where that hourly lower high is going to be. On the Nasdaq, it's much stronger, but I've got a crystal clear top fishing play, very low risk. So I know exactly what level I'm playing off of, and we reject just under it. So how I played this, again, I was swinging some SQQQ last night for protection. I know that I'm looking for an hourly bounce on the morning because of that futures chart waterfall drop. So I see the 5-minute trend change shaping up here. And I set my stop for SQQQ so that I will exit half of my SQQQ swing if this double top breaks. It breaks, I stop out of half my position. Okay, great. I know I'm looking for an hourly lower high to re-enter. We then shoot right up to our resistance zone. And again, it's not just one level, it's a bunch of levels all right there. And so I just enter it right back. And I think my fill was low 357s when I got filled because it was fast. I didn't get the initial move right away, but right after the rejection, I jumped in. And so that gave me a better position. And I'm now just swinging the same size position as yesterday on SQQQ, but was able to trade out some shares for cheaper prices of SQQQ. But QQQ was much stronger than SPY, but as far as a clear bear trade, the QQQ bear trade was much more clear. SPY was a rising wedge. This is the 1 minute time frame, and it was a rising wedge that marked that hourly lower high. So this is what I talk about where, okay, if there's no levels nearby, I've got to zoom in and look for shorter term time frames to give me indication that our hourly lower high is being set. So we're going to be watching QQQ, same story. Daily inside bar. QQQ has not started daily consolidation yet. Got to break the low of today, tomorrow. It's the only major sector that we look at that has not. Everybody else has. But if this is our top, and Apple did a good job of holding the QQQ bulls up a lot today, but if this is our lower high, or our top of the bounce, I should say, then anything above 342 keeps a daily bull flag in play. And again, the EMA supports will be back tested as they are looking to cross bull here. So keeping an eye out for hourly oversold. Not close to that happening. Hourly downtrend is clear. But QQQ bears do still need some follow through. And Apple, you can see Apple's strength today. Big bull morning, consolidated into the end of the day, but certainly not a weak daily candle. Yes, there's an upper wick, but it was continuation of the bounce. So, question for tomorrow is, does QQQ break the inside bar bear and join the daily consolidation that most other sectors are seeing? SMH, we got the red flag yesterday. Bearish correlation started developing with QQQ and much weaker than QQQ today. So following through with that, SMH divided by QQQ, it's going to be a big red daily candle showing us that the last 2 days, again, on the start of the bounce, we led the way up. Then we did the same thing when we go sideways, and now we are much weaker the last 2 days. So nice clues there. NVDA following through for the bears. AMD, what has been weaker, didn't see a ton of follow through for the bears, but reject from resistance into daily consolidation. So semiconductors, nice little clues to know what direction to be looking. Same thing here though, hourly downtrend is our guide. NVDA, tons of space for the daily high or low. Hourly RSI got right to oversold at the open, and we got a big time bounce off of it. I would consider that first hourly oversold conditions, because at the low of this candle, that RSI was down at about 31. And then we bounced. I was wondering why that bounce was so powerful. First hourly oversold conditions. It was front run a little bit. What does it mean front run? It means rather than waiting for it to hit 30 and people jumping in, bulls are skipping in front of each other in line and placing bids so it never quite gets to 30 because dip buyers are aggressive. So it was a very significant 3 to 4% bounce. We did give it all back. Hourly downtrend is our guide. Bulls must shape up the hourly trend change back in their favor for a daily high or low to be set. So again, another style for a patient bull watching for a daily high or low. I can watch the hourly trend. I can wait for a big enough hourly bounce where I don't get any of it, but I scout the hourly high or low. I say that is our daily high or low, or I'm going to stop out. We either confirm the hourly trend change and it's our daily high or low, or we stop out. So it determines, are you entering into weakness if you're real aggressive and looking for hourly oversold bounces, or are you waiting for an hourly trend change to shape up before you're looking to make that entry? Tesla, another big follow through morning, but an upper wick, potential volume climax, highest volume day since the by the news volume climax. And you can see these volume spikes are happening right at lows, and the other ones are happening right at highs. So here we are. Is this a high? Certainly looks like it could be. Still an hourly uptrend, but there is space now where aggressive bears are going to be scouting an hourly lower high, anything under 1041 to be the result of the next bounce. And 1042 is a previous resistance level that we rejected from. So we got over 988, and next level wasn't a significant one, but high of January 20th was 1041.66. High of today, 1040.70, less than $1. If we see a loss of the hourly uptrend, or a confirmed hourly downtrend, daily consolidation underway. We scout hourly oversold conditions, which are not close to happening. And again, tons of space for a daily high or low. I expect the biggest bulls to have the better dip buying, whether it's NVDA or Tesla or whoever else that's seen a very strong move the last 7 days. XLV, big red day, very convincing. So the pullback is underway, loss of the higher low everyday pattern, and our lead bull sector is pulling back. And I should say lead bull just in the sense that it's the furthest off of its low and closest to all-time highs. So from here, I'm going to measure from 127 for our retracement, and we're coming towards that 382 level. So bulls want that daily higher low to form sooner rather than later to try and be this bull flag here. Hourly RSI is oversold, no bounce into the close. If we were to gap down, I would certainly be watching for bounces in the healthcare sector. Lots of space for an hourly lower high to be the result of the next bounce. Again, the two styles are playing aggressive for the bounce, sell half, put a stop under the low, hope for the trend change from there, or miss a bounce. If it's big enough, you look for the higher low, put a stop under the low at that point. XLF, daily consolidation underway, higher low everyday pattern broke. So from here, retracement size. Again, I've been using the 2-day time frame, so just for consistency's sake. Retracement size from here, I would say anything above 38.10 is still a possible bull flag on this daily consolidation. EMA, we're going to backtest these EMAs on some of these sectors over the next couple of days, and best case would be if bulls hold them. Certainly would keep bull flags on the table if that were the case. Hourly downtrend is our guide. Hourly oversold right into the end of the day. Lots of space for an hourly lower high to be the result of the next bounce. So bears are going to be scouting hourly lower highs on a lot of these sectors that have a ton of space for them to form. IWM, daily consolidation underway. Same deal. Have not confirmed a higher low and higher high convincingly in a while. Again, the EMAs just keep lining up right there. So bulls want to hold the back test. We got the hourly downtrend as our guide, not hourly oversold at this point in time. Scouting an hourly lower high to be the result of the next bounce from here. Biotech sector, bull break with zero follow through. Closed at the low of the day. 4-hour equilibrium. Broke bull. That was a pretty nasty fake out. We know bull breaks with no follow through means scout rising wedges. Again, another name where next time we bounce, there's a lot of space for an hourly lower high. So let's flip it. The flip perspectives. If I'm looking bearish on XBI and I was not looking to be an aggressive bear and short the bull break with zero follow through, this is now a big enough pullback where I say, okay, I've been patient. It's a big enough pullback that I'm going to scout the hourly lower high from here. I'll put my stop over the high, and if we confirm the hourly downtrend, further daily consolidation is going to make it a nice winning trade. It's the exact opposite of what patient bulls are going to wait for. Patient bulls are going to miss the first bounce on the hourly, but if it's big enough, they'll look for the entry after that. So patient bears miss this bear entry, but it's a big enough pullback now where they're scouting that hourly lower high. CCJ, bull break, but closing at the low of the day, looking like we're due for daily consolidation. Another name with a lot of space for an hourly lower high to be the result of the next bounce. We'll be watching for hourly oversold conditions, which have been good entry opportunities in the last few weeks. And again, tons of space for the daily high or low, anything above 23.58. And we'll be watching the daily EMA 12 support catching up, although I can see the EMA 26 has come into play a little bit more significantly recently. I'll be interested in the CCJ hourly oversold bounce play if we get it. NIO. So again, I'm still looking short on NIO. And it was another morning where it went real well with weakness first thing. Exited 40% of my overnight swing short, which was protecting against my long swings. And then the V-shaped big time bull move. Certainly not ideal. And still in a short position here, waiting for some daily consolidation with earnings after hours tomorrow. I will not have any position for earnings, but I'm watching to see if this is an hourly rising wedge. And what we would need to see is either a break of 2089 And if we don't break 2089, we would have to see a lower high compared to 2260 and then a confirmed hourly downtrend. But Chinese names had more strength today. But you can see BABA, big upper wick, still an hourly uptrend, but space for the hourly lower high for bears to be scouting. Dollar, still range bound, nothing changing. Burden on bears, bulls keep control. Metals getting some bounce. So turning around momentum and testing our bounce high. So this is negating the bear flag. And again, the metals, in my opinion, they look like we're just waiting for some stock weakness to go up. And we finally got it to double top at 1950. But if we break 1950, it's a little higher low and higher high. That will increase probabilities. The weekly higher low is being set. And going to hold positions. And I'll probably move my stops on GLD and SLV to break even if we confirm a little trend change here. It's not even a trend change. We never lost the uptrend. But if we confirm the bull break with some follow through, I'll just go break even. And silver, not as close to breaking resistance. Bulls have more proving to do, but a bounce day. And the miners continuing to lead the way. Bull break, highest level we've seen in over a week. Clear weekly higher low set. So miners stronger than the metals still. Next resistance, 39.32. Hourly uptrend will be our guide. Lots of space for an hourly higher low next consolidation. And you can see complete inverse 4-hour run up into the end of the day. What did SPY do into the end of the day? Inverse. What did gold do into the end of the day? Inverse. So back to being a bit inverse, which is a good thing because my long metals positions are protecting some of my swing positions, Tesla, Facebook, MSOS. Oil, still chugging along. We had an hourly higher low form here. Was watching this 5-minute falling wedge. Broke bull for the hourly higher low, but we did double top at the high of the day. Won't be meaningful unless we break 113.43 support. Then we'll lose the hourly uptrend and zoom out and scout a 4-hour higher low. Again, we're scouting a daily lower high. Anything under 126.42 is the most likely scenario, but we're not seeing any signs of it shaping up when we zoom in and look at the details on the shorter term time frames. So the burden is on the bears to prove to us that a daily lower high is taking shape. And they're not doing so at this point. Retracement size very significant, where we've now bounced 65% plus. So certainly plenty of space where if we do top out, we'll be looking for a daily higher low to form from there. It is pouring. Reddit names getting attention still. So 2 days here, GME's been running. Look at the volume. Very massive. It's very interesting to go from complete fear in the market to now seeing Reddit names pumping. And with that, we had AMC. And after hours last night, TLRY in the Canadian MJ space pumped up 15%. Gave it all back. Bears certainly like that entry opportunity. But meaningful moves in extended hours. Just giving us a brief relapse of memory at that wild time when Reddit names were going crazy. But worth watching. Again, if you're a day trader, you know these names are going to give you volatility. And AMC here, I didn't see this one until it was too late, but it was a rising wedge. And very quickly dropped. You know, this drop here is in 30 minutes, very significantly. 8% drop in 30 minutes. GME had 5-minute oversold conditions first thing, straight into a 10% bull move. That's more than 10%. 13% bull move right from kissing 5-minute oversold. So there's volatility in these Reddit names. I certainly wouldn't be looking to swing trade them, but again, whether you're looking bull or bear, volatility is all a day trader is looking for. So keeping an eye on these names as long as that volume of volatility keeps up. I appreciate you watching. Do good things. We will see you tomorrow. Keep an eye on those daily retracement sizes as we gauge whether this consolidation is healthy or just the top of a bear market bounce.
These turkeys are battling. Listen to their wings. Gotta be a turkey bouncer. Fighting over this lady. They don't care about me at all. I could grab this turkey right now. They don't care about me at all. Break it up.